Please stand for the pledge. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Carlsbad. We have a great show planned for you today. To start off, we're going to have Bree live with ASB and Drew live with lacrosse. What else do we have?
That's right, Lucy. We also have Maddie live via DeGero, and then we also have Danica live on the Magic Window to give us some updates on the gas prices.
Sounds like a great show. I'm Lucy Walker.
And I'm Sebastian Synthopoulos.
And CHS TV starts right now. Welcome back. To start off the show, we have Landon live on the video wall to talk about his piece on a softball player. Landon?
What's up, Carlsbad? I'm Landon Miller here on our giant video wall to give you guys a little bit of a different update this time. This time I'm going to be talking about this recent story that I produced with Madison Mulligan, who will be live later on the show. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. But first, you see all our stories on CHS TV, but you never see how we make them. So I'm going to explain that to you today. So this is the behind the story. First part is the videography. This is a little bit difficult to film and a little bit tricky because we were filming in the batting cages, which has a little bit of hard lighting to get your shot right, but I think we figured it out and it ended up pretty good. Then finding the story, it was a little bit hard, but she's also my PE class, so I just asked and she said yeah, and then we started filming. So it's a pretty simple process there. Moving on to the analysis shots, the first one we're going to do is you see the softballs in focus, the background's out of focus, and then we have the text, which I masked behind the softball, and a few blades of grass are also in front of it. So I made it seem like it's more part of the shot. Moving on to our interview shot, it's filmed in the housing warehouse for all their equipment for softball. You can see Emerson's in there, and we got the shot pretty nice. So yeah, that's the interview shot. Moving on to a bit of a creative shot to spice things up. The net's in focus, and the background with Emerson playing is out of focus. So this is just a screen capture of that shot, which I thought was pretty cool. Moving on, you can see Emerson. She's placing the ball down on the tee for her fellow softball player to hit. It's a pretty cool action shot, I think. Yeah, so basically this is all the shots that we analyzed from the story that we did. So now let's roll the piece.
I'm Emerson, and I'm on varsity softball. I'm number 57, and I've been playing for 10 years. My positions in softball, I'm a utility, but I usually play first base, second base, and third base.
As Emerson's love for softball grows, so does her relationship with her teammates.
My teammates are some of my favorite people on the planet. They are some of my best friends, and I love being around every single one of them. They make the game so much more fun and less stressful. They're always there, and they always have my back, so I love my teammates.
With all the hardships softball has brought, Emerson has had quite the role models to look up to.
My sisters had a huge impact on me getting into softball. They both played and they're both really good, and so I always looked up to them when I was younger. And then when they went through travel and getting scouted and all this stuff, oh my gosh, D1 schools are going after them. So then I always wanted to be like them.
For all the dedication Emerson has put in to make the varsity team was a memory she won't forget.
Carlsbad, we practice 2 hours every day. Some mornings we do lifts, which are 1 hour. And then after school, we warm up and we throw, and then usually we hit and then do some fielding work.
With being on varsity comes dedicating a lot of time and training and working hard to playing well.
I was super excited when I found out I made varsity because both my sisters who went through this program did not make varsity freshman year, so I was like the star, better than the sisters.
With photojournalist Madison Mulligan, I'm Landon Miller.
Abby's gonna be so jealous.
Thank you, Landon and Madison, for that piece. For today's sports update, our varsity baseball team is playing Del Norte at home at 3:30. Be sure to show your support.
Morp Dance is coming to CHS this Saturday, March 26th. Tickets are on sale now in the student store, and prices are $20 with an ASB sticker and $30 without. Tickets will not be sold at the door. For our first break in the announcements, we have Bree live in the studio to talk with ASB about the therapy dogs coming to Carlsbad. Bree?
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm here with Avalon and Livy from ASB to talk about therapy dogs coming to Carlsbad. So, when will the dogs be here and when?
The dogs are going to be here this Friday during lunch in the quad.
Yeah, that sounds great. And then, why are the dogs so helpful?
Well, dogs are known to actually lower your blood pressure when you pet them, so it's a great way to de-stress and just to see some cute dogs at lunch.
Yeah, that sounds great. And then, how many dogs are expected to be there?
There's going to be 10 dogs there, so just enough for everyone to get a chance to meet them all.
Sounds like fun. Make sure to go check it out, Carlsbad, and I'll send it back to Lucy at the desk.
Thank you, Bree. Yesterday, our reporter Tosh Carr went live at Mr. Alexander's physics class, but due to technical difficulties, we are going to rerun the piece.
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm here with Mr. Alexander, a famous teacher here at Carlsbad. He's going to go over some of the stuff he's got in his classroom, as well as the classes that he teaches and how you can get started. So, Mr. Alexander, what classes do you teach?
This year I'm teaching AP Physics, Physics 2E Honors, and Physics 1 Honors.
And what exactly do you do in Physics 2E Honors?
We learn about electronics, and that's what the E stands for, and building circuits and how to use electronic equipment.
Yeah, and I'm looking behind us. I'm seeing a lot of different gadgets. Mr. Alexander, let's start off right here next to you. What's going on here?
This is a digital multimeter. We learn how to use these. Everyone needs one of those in electronics. We learn how to use power supplies, oscilloscopes, and function generators.
And do you want to give a quick demo of what's going on right here?
Well, you can see the flashing LED. This is just a small circuit that we build in class. It's a capacitor, a couple of transistors, and a resistor. And if we know how they work, then we can use them to make interesting circuits.
And right behind us, I'm seeing this right here. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on here, Mr. Alexander, but you can explain this. So what is this?
This is just a soldering station. We use it to solder, to put electronic components together.
Right, and right behind us, Mr. Alexander, the grand finale, I'm seeing a fidget spinner. Honestly, what is this, Mr. Alexander? This is in Physics 2E.
Yeah, this is a little motor that we build in class using a fidget spinner and electronic components, and we can see it, and it'll just spin. That's what fidget spinners do.
That's going really fast, Mr. Alexander. I'm going to keep my distance, but for sure, definitely a crazy thing, and you learn this all in Physics 2E, all these different experiments we're looking at right here. And, of course, Carlsbad, if you want to get involved, you can just talk to Mr. Alexander. It's definitely a great pathway and a great teacher as well. So, yeah, and I'll send it back to the desk.
This Friday, come see our student comedy sports team go head-to-head with our teacher team of improv artists. Students' tickets are only $10 at the door, and the winner will be chosen on audience support. So come represent and make some noise for your favorite team.
Therapy dogs are coming to Carlsbad this Friday at lunch. They will be in front of the ASB room. Be sure to stop by. Class of 2022 senior package information is available at sdgrad.com. Log in today to purchase what you'll need for graduation.
Now we have Drew live with our men's lacrosse team. Drew?
What is going on, Carlsbad? I'm here live with a few boys from our varsity lacrosse team. So, Vea, can you tell me how the season's been going so far?
It's been going great so far. A lot of improvement on and off the field. We're 6-2 right now, and we're just ready to get back out there, grind, go to practice, and be prepared for our next game.
And Grant the Wall Brooker, can you give me some info about our next upcoming home game?
Yeah, next Tuesday we have a game at 7:30 against Santa Margarita Catholic, so make sure you come out and support.
And Shane Train, how are we preparing for this game?
We've been practicing a lot, like 6 to 8 times a week, hitting the weight room, getting our 100 crunches in, 200 push-ups, and yeah, just getting
Awesome.
ready.
Well, thanks for coming on, boys. Any shout-outs?
Sir Ogdog Pier 3, yes I can.
Shout out Matty Ice, rest in peace.
Shout out John Alexander, period 2, and Mason Douglas Walsh.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on. Make sure to come out and support Tuesday at home. Anchors, back to you.
Thank you, Drew, and good luck to our men's lacrosse team. CHS will host CEF Summer Academy for students to take math, science, PE, or Spanish course. Register today at the website on the screen.
Course selection for the 2022-2023 school year starts on March 9th and runs through April 15th. See the counseling website for specific grades and times. The course request form is mandatory and must be filled out by all students. Would you like to promote your club on CHS TV? Please come by room 5105 before school or at brunch to fill out a form.
That's one way to promote your club. You can also reach out to any of us in broadcasting. Up next, we will send it over to Maddie live via satellite technology at the Monroe Pool to give us some sports updates for today. Maddie, what do you have for us?
What's up, Carlsbad? I'm here to give you guys a little sports update on some of the things that have been happening this week. So for those of you who don't already know, freshman baseball had a game on Monday against Westview and they won 2-1, as well as varsity boys lacrosse had a game against Varsity baseball have games today at 3:30 against Del Norte. Varsity will be home and freshmen and JV will be away. For girls lacrosse, they have away games tomorrow. Again, away, JV will be at 5:30 and varsity will be at 7:30. To end off the week, our swim and dive team has a home meet on Friday at 3:30 against LCC here at the Monroe Street Pool. So Lancers, please make sure you come out and support your friends, and I will send it back to Lucy at the desk.
Thank you, Maddie, for that update. If you want to represent your class, stop by LancerJacks or go to lancernation.com to purchase spiritwear.
Also, USD students have access to Schmoove for test prep, homework help, and study skills. Log in through your Clever account. For our last break in the announcements, we have Danica live on the Magic Window to give us an update on gas prices. Danica?
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm here on the Magic Window to talk about Governor Newsom's new plan to offset California's high gas prices. As you may know, California has record high gas prices at an average of $5.88 per gallon for normal gas in California, which is the highest price in the nation. Governor Newsom plans to send $400 debit cards to all California residents per registered vehicle, capped at 2 vehicles per person. For people who do not own vehicles, he plans to send $750 million to train and bus companies to cover train and bus fares for the next 3 months. Governor Newsom is going to work with government officials to create a plan that works for everybody, and now I'm going to send it back to the anchors at the desk.
Thank you, Danica, for that information.
Yeah, and also shout out to the boys volleyball team. They have a game today at home against Mount Carmel at 5:45, so show up, Carlsbad, and that's all we have for you today.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Bye.
Occasionally on CHS-TV, we'll broadcast live from our Lightcraft studio. This technology is officially called virtual production, and it's pretty amazing. We'll explain how virtual production is quickly changing the way movies and television shows are produced. Stay tuned for more Lightcraft segments, and of course, every day we'll bring you Magic Window reports, live coverage via satellite, and of course, live guest conversation in our studio. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.